We have titled today's message, Predestination. And so, as January of 2021 draws to a close, we, the Lightworkers of the world, feel that we are in hold. We feel as if time is crawling along. Nothing great or grand seems to be happening in this great awakening takedown of the dark cabal. As the days slowly pass, we are waiting for some event, some big announcement that the dark cabal minions, the deep state bad actors, are actually being physically removed, and that this is known not only by truthers, but it is in the public domain for all to see. Hitherto, we feel as if we have heard promises and more promises that this will happen on that date, or that will happen on this date, and nothing happens. Instead, we feel disappointment, and our frequency, our love quotient falls, our mood goes down, and we fall back into the third dimensional fear frequency. We cannot be in the love and fear vibration at the same time. Just as we cannot receive two different radio stations at two different frequencies simultaneously, so we cannot vibrate in the high third dimensional love frequency and the low third dimensional fear frequency at the same time. So what's to be done with this discomfort, this unmet expectation? How do we keep ourselves in the beautiful flow, the delicious glow of the fifth dimensional love frequency? The answer, dear Lightworkers, our wonderful star seeds, is acceptance. Acceptance and surrender, for there are no accidents. Everything is happening exactly as it needs to and as it is planned. Yes, indeed. Trust the plan that the Divine has for planet Earth and humanity. And remember, you are divine. You are a part of that divinity, that God that made the plan for the Great Awakening, the great revelation to mankind of the planet Earth hero's journey. Yes, in the great spirit realm, before we were born into physical form, we planned our lives. We communed with our soul family, with our guides and our angels. We discussed the focus we wished to take, the lessons we wished to learn, the limitations and emotions that we needed to feel. We looked at our karma and what would redress, what would remedy the unkind actions we had taken in past lives. We and members of our soul family would incarnate together. So who would play father? Who would play daughter? Who would play mother? Who would play son? What would be the major events of our lives? It all seems so complicated to us, now experiencing the life we ourselves arranged here on earth. Yet, in heaven, it is easy and all programmed into that great divine computer that runs the material realm, the galaxies, the universes, and planet Earth. The computer that is the mind of God, whose algorithms are the qualities of God, where expansion into greater love and light is the ultimate goal, where divine justice reigns supreme. The computer that runs on source energy, that runs on the love that energizes all of the physical universe. And so indeed, we do come to planet Earth with a kind of predestination. Our lives and the outcome of our lives are somewhat predestined before we come to Earth. This human experience is all a great stage play. Planet Earth is the stage. Humanity are the actors. The script is written by us before we incarnate. So what's to be upset about? All that happens is for a reason. The reason is we planned it. Yes, we have free will here on earth to choose love or fear. We very much affect the outcomes of our life. Yet the major events we live through are planned, as is the eventual day of our death. Why then, since all that we are living through is planned, do we come to earth at all? We come, as we have often said, to experience limitation an emotion. It is one thing to know intellectually about an experience. It is another thing to feel it. It is quite another thing to feel the fear, the anger, the jealousy, the blame, the shame. And that is what we came to earth to do. We came here to feel emotions. We, who are a part of divine bliss, we, who are fragments of God, are experiencing the opposite of love, so that we would expand ourselves in our joy, in our bliss, in our compassion. For God is growing us into gods like unto himself. To be such a God, we need to know all that is in the universe. We need to experience and feel all that there is to experience and feel. So planet Earth has not been a happy place for humanity to incarnate, for feeling negative emotions is the objective of the earthly life. The objective is to be programmed into negative thoughts and ideas by those amongst whom we are born. Then live life in considerable emotional pain because of our programmed dysfunctional behavior. And finally, wake up to the truth of our divinity and the nature of our negative programming and our planet Earth experience. And so we go back to acceptance and surrender. Since this life was pre-planned by ourselves, nothing wrong ever happened. All has happened as we planned it. And we, in the swirl and turmoil of our life, made our free will choices according to our ego's desire. Frequently, this choice was a mistake, in that it led us to negative emotions. Those negative emotions told us we were off track. Time to return to love. Indeed, time to return to love. And as we Lightworkers, starseeds, have accepted and surrendered to the events of our life and the choices we made, so we would be wise to accept and surrender to the unveiling of the Great Awakening. All will happen in God's good time. The Divine is very much in charge, and through the Light Alliance, the events of the Great Revelation of 2021 are playing out. They are playing out perfectly, and when you search your heart, you know that. It is as if we were in a long and dark traffic tunnel. We can see a dot of light in the far distance. We, instead of knowing in confidence and joy that we will exit the tunnel in divine timing, we concentrate on the walls. Oh my goodness, we say. The bricks are crumbling there. The road is bumpy here. The roof is leaking, and so on. Let us focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. Trust the divine plan. All is well on planet Earth today. We are in the midst of great and wonderful, unique times. We feel love, joy, compassion, wisdom, discernment, peace, bliss, and all the qualities of love, all the qualities of God, flowing over us and through us, and increasing in us every day. Yes, focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. Focus on what you want to do, what you enjoy, and do it. For your destiny is to live in joy and bliss. Your destiny is to self-actualize your talents, preferences, and abilities here on earth, and to individuate your personality. The best is yet to come, dear brethren. Yes, the best is yet to come, and you are creating it with your love, your light, your enthusiasm, your courage, your joy. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.